Looks like we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 total in this little pocket.
So just like that?
Oh yeah, those are beautiful. Look at those. That one is just gorgeous. Hey, look at these black morels we're finding. Those are so pretty. Look how gorgeous those are. Oh man, I'm just loving it. This is such a fun area. Welcome to another episode of Utah Mushroom Hunter, and today I've got Kyra Robinson with me. She's a good friend of mine, and she's going to come out and help me look for morels. We're out super early. It's like probably what, 6:15 in the morning, 6:30 in the morning, and it's so cold. It's a cold morning, but we're going to see what we can find today. We're going to go ahead and start looking.
Hi everyone. I'm excited.
All right, so we found our first group of them today. Look at those under there. Now, I'm at a spot that I showed you earlier, like about 10 days ago I was here. And I'm a little disappointed they haven't grown more, but this is some that I showed before, and they're definitely have grown, but they're not as big as I thought they'd be. But still, we're gonna take some of those today. And notice over here, we got one right there too. So these are some that I had left previously. And we'll keep showing you them as we find them, because we'll find more. Okay, so I'm gonna let Kyra go ahead and harvest these. This is towards the end of the season in this area, so we're gonna just let her go ahead and harvest this batch. Looks like we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 total in this little pocket.
So just like that?
Oh yeah, those are beautiful. Look at those.
So pretty.
Those are pretty. Okay. We'll cut them a little higher to keep that dirt off.
Okay. Okay, I'm new at the cutting. Does that help the mushrooms come back when you leave them?
Yeah, so there's two purposes. One is to just keep it clean, because there's so many little corners and crevices in these morel caps that a lot of dirt can get into them.
Okay.
And the second is it encourages them to grow back. So you can see our stumps that are right there. It encourages them to grow back the next year.
Oh, cool.
And then there's this one right here too. Yeah, those are awesome. Look at that big handful of them. That's awesome. Okay, so here's some more back in here. I don't know if you can see those. There's a couple of them. Oh, if I can get around these plants. There's a couple right there. There's a group of them right here. There's some back over there.
These are like the golden ones, right?
These are yellow morels, yes.
Yellow.
The golden.
There's just the yellow and black, right?
There's a few other varieties as well.
Oh, okay. You got your own knife?
Here's one right back here that we're going to take too. All right, so there's what we took out of that little honey hole there. Another 8 of them, and there's 2 back down there that we are leaving. And so we're up to like 22 morels that we found already today. So we are humming. There's one right there. That's a good size. So Kyra found that one. I'm going to let her harvest that one. There's another one that Kyra just found. All right, so we're just finding a couple more here. Look at that beautiful one that we just found. And look we got a couple over here too. There's a nice one right there. And there's another one behind this leaf right there. Oh, 2 of them. 2 of them behind that leaf. Nice.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that one's big.
Yeah, aren't those pretty?
So pretty.
All right, let's see how these look. They look like they're going to be awesome.
They do, they look awesome.
Oh yeah, beautiful. Really nice ones.
Nice.
Super.
I've shown this spot before in my videos, and this is the first time I've checked this particular area. And this year, this is a mid-elevation area. And this is still our second spot for today. And you can see we found some awesome morels. Look at that awesome morel right there. We've got one right here. We've got one right there. There's one over here. Look at those 3 that are right there. You've got one over here. You've got one right there. You've got a gorgeous one. Oh, that one is super pretty. And as you walk through here, you're probably going to see more of them. Look at this awesome cluster of them. Those are gorgeous.
When it has a little bit off, is that, did something nibble it?
Yeah, the chipmunkers up and nibbled some of that.
Okay.
And I find quite a few up through here. This is still pretty early in the season. Oh yeah, here's one right here. Here's a couple right here. There's a couple right there. Oh, these are gorgeous. There's one right back over there. So there's 3 in that area. I think we've already found, how many is that? That's got to be like 20 of them we found so far. Let's see how nice these look. We'll leave that small one in the back.
Oh, over there?
Yep.
Okay. Oops, I got a little
Beautiful.
too
Look
close
how
to the
big
dirt.
that is. Good size. Those are gorgeous. There's another super fun one right there. That's a good size one. So there's one right there. And look at this guy right back over here. That one is mostly munched off by a chipmunk. Yeah, there's another one that got munched off. A lot of these ones are munched off by critters, but we're finding a lot. There's a fun one right underneath there.
Just hiding.
And we're leaving a lot of these. You can see there's a stem of one right over there too. And there's one back over here. There's a lot through here. Pretty mushroom. We're going to leave most of these that are here. We're just going to let them see if they'll grow anymore. A lot of them got munched up, but we're taking a few of them. There's another one right there. And you can see the stem of one that was right there as well. And there's a stem of one right there. These ones are all munched up. There's critters eating these. There's a couple right there. Okay, here's my oyster tree. I check on this every year. This is me walking up to it for the first time this year. And this oyster tree is loaded. Look at these oysters right there. You can see them coming out of that spot. They're growing out of this spot here. They're growing out of that spot. Look at that, and look at this big, huge, massive clump right there. Holy cow. Beautiful oysters. So in this little stream here, you can see all this watercress. That's super edible and yummy. It's super small still. If I come back in 3 weeks or a month or so, this will be big and lush, and it's just so yummy in salads. Has just a little tinge taste of like radish in it. Super yummy. There's a couple more right there. There's another one right there. Okay, so Kyra and I, we decided to go down to a little bit lower elevation again. That last area was really good, but it was still early. It was a mid-elevation area, and they're just starting to pop. There's a couple areas that were a little bit warmer, where they were a little bit bigger, but we decided to go back down to a low elevation area. And so this particular area is an area that we find half-free morels. And so we've started walking along the trail, and we just found our first one. So let me go ahead and show you what we have. Yeah, here's what we came across. You can see that half-free morel right there. You can see there's a stem right over here too. And I bet you there's a few more if we look super careful here. We'll let you know if we find more, but that one looks awesome. All right, so here's the two that we just pulled there. We didn't find any right there in that same spot, but let me show you why they call this a half-free morel. You can see it, first off, these are fun because you got big stems usually that make up most of the mushroom. You can see how big that stem is. But if you look underneath the cap here, you can see that it's not attached at the bottom of the mushroom cap. The true morels, they are attached at the top and then clear down to the bottom, and that this area right underneath here is not attached. That's why they call it a half-free morel, because it's free from the stem. That'll be super yummy. You know, just make sure you cook these really good, and these will be delicious. I can tell this area's been pretty picked over, so I don't know if we're gonna find a ton of them, but we are gonna find a few. There's a couple I just found. So Kyra just found this one right here, and look how pretty this one is. That one is just gorgeous. Nice and big too. Nice job, Kyra.
Thank you.
So I just found this one, which looks pretty sad, but the stem is still awesome. And then just over to the side of it, I just found this one too. There's one right there. There's another one right there. Okay, so now this area here, I dug it a little bit already, but it looked kind of like that, where the soil was just pushed up a little bit, and so I dug a little bit, and look what I found. You know what that is? That is an agaric button. Look at that thing. It's an agaric button. I'll cut that in half just to be sure of what it is. Make sure it has the pink gills inside, but that's going to be a delicious agaric. Okay, so we decided to go check one more spot. Okay, and this is a black morel area. It's a mid-elevation location. And I'm just going to show you a little bit what I do sometimes to get to these morels. All right, so let me show you what I'm traversing right now. I'll flip this thing around so you can see. Oh, I don't know if you can tell, but this is all like almost straight down. It is so hard to walk down. Last time I did this, I fell on my butt 2 or 3 times trying to get down this hill. Sometimes you got to do stuff like this to get to real morel honey holes. Okay, so this is an area that I was at a couple weeks ago when I found a bunch of black morels, and I wanted to come back and just check on this area. I left a number of them here, and I wanted to see how they're doing. And there you can see we got that one there. That's one. There's 3 of them right there that all look really good. There's 2 of them that are right there that look great. You got one that's right here. You got one that's right there. You got one over here. And you got this one that's right up here as well. Those are awesome. We'll take a few of them, but we're gonna leave some. Oh, there's one right here too. We'll take a few of these. I kind of get the feeling that I might not be the only one watching these. And because of that, I want to be respectful. If there is somebody else watching these, we'll leave some of the smaller ones so they can harvest them later. But yeah, I've been watching these now for a couple weeks, and these we're gonna go ahead and take a few of the large ones. Well, I just came across these 3 right here as well. Look how fun those are. I love these black morels. Look at these ones right here. Those are gorgeous. This one right here, that big one, that's got to be almost baseball size. Not quite, but almost. See, look at these black morels we're finding. Those are so pretty. I love these black morels. They are my favorite. Okay, so we're on the steep hill right here. We've been searching this area. There's a river down over there. And look what we came across here. So you got one right here. That's the small one. You got one clear up there. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see if I can zoom in on that one. Right there. That one's gorgeous. There's got to be more right here in this area, but we'll search it a little more here in a second. come back down here on the trail. Look at this one. You got this one right. Oh, I got to zoom out. You got that one right there. You got a gorgeous one right there. You got an awesome big one right there. You've got one right here. You've got one up here. You've got a couple of them right there. We just keep seeing them. There's one right there. There's one right down over here. Oh, there's a couple of them right down over here. There's a gorgeous one right there. And there's a couple of them right there. Look how beautiful those are. And I can see one back over there. And I can see some down over here. This is such an amazing spot. Look at these. Look at these three right here. Oh, those are gorgeous. My goodness. All right, so here's some of what we've harvested, just so you can get an idea of what they're like. Really gorgeous black morels. Super fun. There are just so many morels here. Holy cow. Here's a handful from that spot I just harvested. Here's a couple more. Really, really good sized ones too. Look at those. Look how gorgeous those are. Oh man, I'm just loving it. This is such a fun area. Man, look at that one. Huge. That is just massive. And what do you got in your shirt? Look at all these. Holy cow. This is
Still leaving some for everyone else.
There are so many. There's one right there. There's three of them right here. Here's one right there. Okay, so we are back to the car, and gosh, it was so much fun. We ended up finding so many black morels, and this was our fourth spot that we checked today. Found morels in all 4 locations, and gosh, how many morels do you think we found in this one?
Many, many, many copious amounts of morels once we started finding them.
Yeah, I would say that we found at least 50, and it's probably 70, would you say?
I mean,
I don't know.
We
for
left
sure.
a lot.
Yeah, we left a lot, and we found a ton of them. So if you add that into our others, gosh, I think that we're probably, you know, at the very least, 140 for the day, probably maybe as much as 160 for the day. And we should have done a better job of keeping track, but it was a lot of morels, and at all 4 locations we found the yellow morels, we found the half-free morels, and we found the black morels. We're in an area that we could have possibly found Verpa as well, and too bad we didn't find those. We would have had the grand slam of those type of mushrooms in these areas. Anyway, thank you so much for watching today's episode, and we will see you in our next adventure.